Assigning resources to our project. We already have assigned resources for travel to on-site, and we have a resource here, that is John. For PRT preparation also we have two resources. Now we are going to assign resources for all the activities. That will prepare the units, that is the total amount of work, as well as the cost for the project. First is the start milestone. As you can see here, art resource as well as rules are disabled. For finish milestone also it is disabled, so we cannot assign any resource. Then we will go to PRT approval. In the PRT approval we have Satya assigned. So to assign, again I can remove it and I can choose. So once I remove, it is asking all resources have been deleted. Do you want to reset the labor units to 0 for this activity? So I'll say yes, because we want to set it to 0. Again I'll click on art resource. So the assign resource dialog box pops up, and here the primary role for PRT approval is Satya. If you are the manager, then you can assign your own name and you assign the resource. Next is we have requirements analysis phase. Again it is a milestone. They can see 0 duration. We cannot assign resources. Then WBS summary activity. Here also we can add resource, but it is a summary activity. I do not want to assign any resource. You can, but if you do that, then it will add up to various resource over allocations. Next one is design and development front end. So here we have two resource. If I remove this two resource and say remove, again it will ask the message all labor resources have been deleted. Do you want to reset the labor units to 0 for this activity? I'll say yes. So it got changed, the labor unit set to 0. Now you can also not only delete multiple resources, you can also assign multiple resources. So here I'll take developers. I'll say Rick and Catherine, they are going to work on the develop front end, and I'll say add resource. Now when I did that, as you can see, I'll assign the resource. So both the resources got assigned. I took Rick. Rick is the primary resource, Catherine is the other resource. So the remaining units per time did not change. Earlier, if you remember, here in PRT preparation, the remaining units per time changed to 4 hours per day. The reason is the PRT preparation task is fixed duration and units, whereas the design development front end, this task is fixed duration and units per time. That means the duration will remain fixed, as well as the units per time also going to remain fixed, and that is what has happened. So here if you go to resources, the units per time of 8 hours per day, that is 100% occupied to execute this activity, is assigned at 8 hours per day, and the total units is also for 80 hours. There if you go to PRT approval, here we have PRT preparation, we have total units is 80 hours, but here it got reduced to 4 hours, 4 hours. So here again, coming here, it is the design develop front end, total unit it is 80 hours. So duration did not change, it remained as 5 days, because we are having fixed units and time. That is the type of task or type of activity that we have. This is knowingly done. For some of the activities I have fixed units, for some of the activities I have fixed duration and units, because you need to understand various types of activities are possible. And of course I also want the resource to be assigned at 100% capacity or 8 hours per day. In case you want to have fixed duration and units, not fixed duration and units per time, then you can change it to fixed duration and units and continue assigning the resources. We are going to have a detailed discussion in a dedicated lesson with respect to this duration types. Next we have design develop backend. Again I'll go to the resource. So here the backend will be done by Mohan and Eric. I'm going to assign both. So assigned again it is fixed duration and units per time. That is why units per time is remaining fixed. Then design and develop front end. Again we'll take Rick and Catherine. We are going to assign. Then we'll have backend. Again Mohan and Eric. We are going to assign. Then design develop phase complete. This is a milestone. We cannot assign a resource. Then third party software installation. Here we need a testing engineer. Let us say Giuliano is going to be working on it. Then you have test case preparation. Test case preparation, let us say both Giuliano and Nandita, they are going to work on it. Then after the test case execution, then again both we have test engineers, we are going to work on it, assigned. So here also it is fixed duration and units per time. Then you have test case preparation for the second cycle of the testing cycle. We will assign them. Then test case execution, we are going to assign them. Then you have EOT cycle. EOT cycle again Giuliano and Nandita both will work. Then you have EOT cycle 2, we are going to assign them both. Then you have testing cycle complete, which is a milestone. I'm not going to assign anybody here. Then you have I cannot assign, I'm not going to, because milestone cannot have resource assignments. Then delivery works, so here it will be done by the manager, so I'll assign. Then management work, again I'm going to assign the project manager. So these are the activities we have, and in a matter of minutes we assigned all the resources to the activities. Again, you can assign 1 resource, 3 resource, 5 resource at one go. You can delete or remove a resource from an activity assignment, or you can remove multiple resources from an activity assignment. And most important thing to remember here is, as you assign the resources, then you will have the details populated with respect to plant, labor units as well as cost. Because as I said, when the resource get assigned, you will have both units as well as cost will get populated.